All right, so if you sign up for a nutrition coaching program, one of the first things you would do is I would send you like an intake form just to kind of gather some initial information about you, your history, your environment right now, some of the normal things you're doing on the day to day. It's a couple pages long. And so once you've completed that, we would set up a time to go through that either with a video call or on the phone. And that's, kind of just like a baseline just to kind of see what your goals are, why you even are interested in pursuing this coaching program, and what you want to get out of it. And then from there, we would work to, I would create kind of a custom plan for you based on the amount of time we're going to work together and how much, commitment level you're at. Everyone comes in differently, and that's totally fair. Some people are willing to be a little bit more stricter. Some people just want to get to a general place that doesn't take as much of a commitment. That's totally fine. So all of it is just part of the conversation, and that's why I love coaching, is because everyone's so unique. So once we've done that initial consultation, and you now have kind of what I would be giving you is like target macros really to hit in a day, and we'd go over all that and what that looks like. And I'd also I'll be giving you resources like some kind of general foods to include in your diet, some that you want to have maybe less of, but if you still want to make work, here's how you do it. Tons of tools like that will all be included. I'm not giving you a meal plan. I'm not telling you what to eat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Again, these kind of recommended foods include a ton of different kind of meats, veggies, grains, carbs that you can just kind of plug in depending on what kind of food you like. It's all about enjoying the food that you like. And this is not about forcing you to eat something that you don't like. That is not sustainable, and that's not what this is about. But I could definitely help. And there's also some resources I can have you fill out to kind of say, figure out what kind of foods you like, what kind of food you're willing to try, what kind of foods you do not like or do not sit well with you. So once you kind of gather, what you want to be eating, then, that first week is always tough. A lot of times some people, maybe you're really gung-ho, maybe you're going to meal prep, maybe you still have, a weird schedule with work and you have to eat some meals out. So how are you going to do that? That's all part of, again, what I call the fun of coaching, but it changes day to day and it's so different. So there's really no one cookie cutter way to get from point A to point B. So we work together on that. So again, once you kind of have those targets you're going to be hitting day to day, once we kind of get to those weekly check-ins, we'd be looking for a few metrics or measurements to kind of see how you're progressing. Honestly, they only tell part of the picture, like, if you have any changes in the scale weight, maybe any measurements I've asked you to take. And also, depending on if you're going to be like maybe writing your food down or tracking, again, it's all different. Maybe you're just going to take pictures of your food and send those to me. There's a ton of different ways we can do this. It all depends on what you prefer, because again, this is your investment. This is your progress in your program, and I can adapt, and I want to make it work for whatever works best for you. So once I kind of see like how you're making progress, we can adjust either, how much you're eating, when you're eating, what types of food, and I can make recommendations week to week. But all that is just a small part of it. Another part of it is just kind of like, how's your energy level? How are you sleeping? Were you stressed this week? Did you find you were starving? Did you find that you were stress eating? Did you, find that you were like kind of cranky, or maybe something didn't, sit well with you? Are there foods you need to try and avoid or that you want to eat more of? All of that is, I think, the bigger picture. Again, this is about overall lifestyle changes. It's way less to do about the number on the scale. It's about, making nutrition choices that work for your environment and your day to day. So those are just some of the questions that I would ask. And, week to week, we would kind of just see, were there any distractions that came up? What surprised you about the week? What did you find successful? We like to find like non-scale victories. So maybe, you had a distraction and you kind of overly indulged at a family event, but maybe you got in a bunch of steps each day, and maybe you packed your lunch every day and you skipped a few meals that would have been at a fast food place. Those are all wins. So even though, again, it's like a non-linear path sometimes, we eventually get there, and it's again that trial and error and figuring out what works for you that really leads to long-term success. And part of this is just helping you figure out what your goals are. This isn't about me telling you what weight you need to be. Ideally you'll kind of come in with what kind of lifestyle and body changes you want to make, and then we go from there to work on a custom plan. So that's kind of what a normal weekly check-in would look like. Again, those could happen via email. They might happen on Instagram. If you go for the upgraded plan that you'll see on the website, we could add in either a 1-hour video chat per week to kind of really go through in more detail, like some of the changes you can make. I'll also be offering a grocery store like kind of consultation. So if you want help kind of being able to, if grocery store or grocery shopping is stressful to you, that's something I can join you on to help you identify like how you can make it really stress-free, what kind of foods to avoid, what to look for when you're looking for whole foods. And say you can make cereal work and you can make packaged foods work on a diet 100%. But it's also kind of knowing like how to really maximize those and how to choose the right ones. So I can help with all of that. Or also, if you've never meal prepped before, I can, and if you're in Orange County, I can come to your house and help you. I could also help you with like a kitchen cleanup if you want to kind of get rid of things in your house that maybe aren't in line with your goals. That's something I can do too. Make your house prepared and a little more organized to accomplish what you need to do each day, just so things are readily on hand, and you're not having to find yourself hungry with not any of the right food in your house, which often leads to snacking on the wrong things. And stuff like that. So those are also things I'm excited to offer you, and all of these will be kind of available on the website. But I encourage you to reach out and ask questions. Again, this is all a conversation. It's just me answering. There's no team back of house answering emails. I'm just here to see what will be the right fit for you, and it's totally customizable. So if you say, hey Jess, I think I want this package, but I'd like to add this, let me know. I can send you a quote or let you know how the price would be slightly changed. For the most part, I'd want to make this fit for all of you. So anyways, I'm excited to work with you.